we stayed in Fez, we took a day trip to the ancient UNESCO World Heritage site of Volubilis and down to the UNESCO World Heritage city of Meknes. The tour van picked us up near our Fez riad and drove into the Fez-Meknes regional countryside. Morocco has gorgeous and fertile land, enabling it to become one of the world's top olive-producing countries, with millions of trees planted on hundreds of thousands of acres of land. The first stop was at an overlook of Fez's primary reservoir, built in the 1990s. We were greeted by the local welcoming committee, eager to show off their equestrian skills and hopefully earn a few coins in the process. Moving on, we stopped at a small town for a coffee and toilet break and to marvel at the town's abundant stork population. After a stop at another scenic overlook, we arrived at our first major destination. The 2,400-year-old ancient city of Volubilis. Founded around the 3rd century BCE, it became the capital of the Berber kingdom of Mauritania and later of the Roman province of Mauritania when the city expanded to its greatest extent. The vast majority of the ruins are from the Roman era, like the city forum next to the Judiciary Basilica, the main building for legal and business affairs. The Triumphal Arch was erected by the Volubilis Council after the emperor gave city residents Roman citizenship and exempted them from taxes. The Capitole Temple was dedicated to the pre-Christian trinity of Jupiter, Juno, and Minerva. The column-lined main road ran the length of the city, paralleled by an aqueduct feeding the city's public baths, which were once covered in mosaic tiles. The mosaics were the best part of Volubilis for us. The most elaborate are on the floors of wealthy houses. Most of the houses are named for the mosaics. Our guide said this hall mosaic starts with a Roman design and ends with the Berber tribal design. Berber tribes lived here centuries before the Romans came and stayed centuries after the Romans had gone. When the Arab leader Idriss ibn Abd Allah arrived in the 8th century, he married into Berber leadership and leveraged that to found and expand the Emirate of Morocco. His tomb lies only a few miles away. The tomb of Moulay Idriss I, Morocco's founding father, is one of the holiest sites in all of Islam. Pilgrimages are taken here, accepted as a replacement for the Hajj to Mecca for those who are not able to or who cannot afford to go to Saudi Arabia. Meknes, along with Fez, Marrakech, and Rabat, is one of the 4 imperial cities of Morocco. 1,000 years old, it is named for the Meknes, a Berber tribe from the area. One of Morocco's 20 royal residences and one of 5 royal golf courses are still in Meknes. Our tour stopped for lunch, which was not included. The chosen restaurant was disappointing, expensive, and even though it was right next to the golf course, there was no view. We also stopped in a craft store. Most of what we saw was nothing new, having seen plenty of the same in Fez, but their inlay work caught my eye. Originating in Damascus, Syria, Damascene inlay, once prevalent throughout the Islamic world, is now only practiced in Damascus, Toledo, Spain, and here in Meknes. So I had to grab a Damascene bracelet. Sultan Ismael bin Sharif is considered one of Morocco's greatest rulers, and Meknes was his capital city. His mausoleum was built into the old city fortress, and he is interred with one of his sons and other royal family members. It's one of the few religious shrines in Morocco open to non-Muslims. A major earthquake in 1755 damaged much of the city, including the mausoleum. So these columns were moved here from the House of the Columns in Volubilis. The same for the columns on the main gate into the fortress. Our tour next went into Meknes Medina, the heart of the old city. About 300 years younger than Fez, the roads were much wider and everything felt much more open than in the labyrinth of Fez. An optional extra stop on the tour was the Dar Jamai Museum of Music, a former 19th century palace and gardens that now holds a wonderful collection covering the history of Moroccan music. They also had some amazing examples of Damascene filigree art. The tour concluded in Hadim Square, the Square of Demolition, so named because Sultan Ismael demolished half the old city to make room for his palace and this square. Our Moroccan adventures continue into the Atlas Mountains and the Sahara Desert, so stay tuned.